What's going on, guys? It's about time I talked about Daredevil Born Again. This is not going to be my series review. It's not even going to be a review at all. It's going to be some quick thoughts. Basically, I want to talk about that finale. For me, the finale started great. Started with him in the hospital, him talking about Karen, um, his therapist girlfriend being a little jealous, him going to his apartment and seeing Punisher. I knew a fight scene was about to go down. I'm like, oh, it's gotta be great. You see the Punisher in his rawest form, the Daredevil in his rawest form, and then after that, I was disappointed. After that whole sequence, I'm like, oh, this is not the conclusion. This is just to lead into the second season, to what I presume would be Shadowland. Which I'm wrong, because they already, at the end, they instituted martial law already. So, there might be some Shadowland implements, but nothing that indicates the Shadowland. Now, if somebody here doesn't understand what I mean by Shadowland, that was a comic in which Daredevil was the leader of the Hand. So he became the new leader of the Hand, and he had his whole personal ninja army, and he ruled Hell's Kitchen, like kind of like a criminal. But it really wasn't him. That's a little spoiler. Now, we saw there was a picture floating around. I wish I should include it, but there was a picture floating around of Daredevil in the suit next season. He has this black suit. And I said, oh, that looks like the Shadowland suit. Are they really going to do the Hand next season? But now, after the way this season ended, they're not doing the Hand. They're doing like, oh, they still got to take down Kingpin. So I felt like the second half wasn't as great. I remember Punisher asking Daredevil, hey, why do you take a bullet for him? He just said he don't know. That's silly. It was crazy is like, even if they shot Kingpin, he'd have been fine. Like, this man got shot in the eye, and he can see. He got a little scar. He's valid. Like, he got shot by Echo at point blank range, and he was good. Like, the man's practically a super soldier. Speaking of super soldier, the way he killed that commissioner, I was like, huh. I thought that was a little strange, the way he killed that man. Like, he does have some type of superhuman strength, but, I don't know why they showed him kill him like that. I've seen people talk about maybe that was a fake death and wasn't really him. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the commissioner's gone. They said he was missing. Whatever. Right? But I didn't like the second half. I like that he reunited with Karen, but going to season 2, I'm like, yo, we've done this before. Season 3, where Kingpin was in the limelight, people thought he was a good person. Like, now we got Mayor Kingpin. Yo, we've seen the song and dance before. Like, now we gotta go into season 2, like, oh, Kingpin's unstoppable again. Like, how we gonna get him, right? And I wanted to lead into this. I know so many people are gonna say, he said, oh, we need help, we need an army. Now, that's the first thing. Obviously, I thought, okay, he's talking about we're gonna see some of the Hand, Shadowland. Maybe it'll lead into him being the leader of the Hand. That's how he takes out Fisk and the Anti-Vigilante task force. And season 3 will lead into Shadowland, where he's like the beast. That's all I'll say. Number 2, people I already saw in my timeline. The Defenders are coming. The Defenders. And I'm like, pump the brakes. The Defenders are coming? I don't know. I feel like we would have seen a cameo to this show. Jessica, Luke, Iron Fist. After all this time, because I remember, I think they were supposed to do Shang-Chi too. That's supposed to come out next year. I think that shit got canceled, or it's been postponed. That was supposed to come out next year. It was supposed to be called like Shang-Chi and the something Wraith of Time, something like that, and they just haven't done it anymore. So we saw Shang-Chi like years ago. Haven't heard from him since. He's supposed to be an Avenger. He's supposed to be in the next film, but I don't know what happened with that. And I think it was supposed to be Shang-Chi 2, and we were supposed to see a new Iron Fist. So, people gotta remember, this is a new universe, not the Netflix universe. There's a lot of similarities, but it's not the same universe. At least, that's how I always felt. But I don't know about the Defenders. I don't think they're coming. That would be a dream come true, but, I just don't think I don't think they're trying to extend those seasons, because if they bring the Defenders back, people are like, well, we got to get that Luke Cage and Iron Fist show. We got to get one more Jessica show. and we gotta, that would make sense. These are the things people want to see, even if they're not done the same. Daredevil Born Again, it was an up and down season for me, but I don't think they're gonna do that. Maybe we'll see a cameo or two, and I don't think I've heard one reference about any of the Defenders. So I'm like, I don't know about that. I would love to see that, but the Defenders, I just can't see them coming. I just don't see it. I would pop. I would get excited. I would leap out my seat to see these guys after. It's been a long time. People don't realize like Daredevil coming back. It's been like, I think it's been like 8 years or some shit like that. It's 8 years, 7, 8 years, bro. It's been a long time. To see them again, I'd be ecstatic. But here's one thing I don't understand, and Marvel has done that with all their movies, and I've heard about it for years. People talk about where was Captain Marvel during the Avengers, when people invaded Earth, where are all these superheroes, right? I will not understand. Where was Spider-Man, Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel, and let's say some of the Defenders? Where were all these New York superheroes when this man turned off the lights? Like all of New York, the lights were just gone. Do these people just like, oh well, we don't believe the news? I'm like, bro, it's all right out there. None of y'all is there to help. Not one. Where Hawkeye at? There's no Avengers in New York. Where's Captain America? There's no like. I think that's the one thing holding back the MCU is them not willing to include certain characters for certain projects. Like, you can't just have a guy just turn off all of New York and then be like, oh, it's whatever. Like, nah, these superheroes should have cared. Like, they just conveniently weren't there. Or like the number one, like another one, people used to be like, yo, where were the Avengers when there was a Celestial in the middle of Earth? Like, none of y'all just saw that? Y'all didn't get up out your seat and try to help out? Like, there's a Celestial right there and nobody came through? So, now they're harvesting a Celestial for adamantium. That's just nasty, but that's where they're trying to say adamantium comes from. In the comics, I believe adamantium is vibranium mixed with iron, or is vibranium mixed with something. So, whatever. But where were all these heroes? That's the thing I'm so confused about. Some people are already trying to be like, oh, episode 9 will lead into the next Spider-Man film. That is a lie. Don't believe that. We do not know what we don't know if Daredevil will be in the next Spider-Man film. We don't know who the main villain will be. It's probably not gonna be Kingpin for Spider-Man. I always said that. But yeah, we'll see what army he says. I think the army he says was the people we saw at the end of the show for Daredevil. And also I always felt like the Anti-Vigilante task force. I'm like, that's not enough to stop Daredevil and Punisher. I'm sorry. This man Daredevil, with just him and Elektra, was able to stop the Hand. And even with a little help from Punisher, they were able to stop the Hand. Like, they do not need that many people for some cops. I just thought that was laughable. Like, they're not struggling against the police force. That just, but it's a bunch of corrupted, crooked cops. So, but I was just like, I just thought that was funny. Like, should be able to fuck them all up. I don't know if I can even swear. I'm not monetized yet. Who cares? But yeah, I would say the finale started great, was disappointing. I still think that therapist girlfriend, I don't know if she's from the comics. Maybe she is. That's why I like that Muse episode, because I really thought she was going to die. I don't recognize her. I always thought she got to be an agent for something. Either she's a Skrull or she works for somebody. She worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. or Sword. She worked for, like, there's no way she's just a regular therapist. I don't buy it. I don't buy she's just that naive. If I didn't see Iron Fist, I would have thought she might have been, what's that crazy Mary girl called? It was the one with multiple personalities. Something Mary from Iron Fist. I'd have thought it was her. Honestly. Like, maybe she had split personalities. I don't know. But we'll see. I'm glad that Daredevil's back. I cannot wait for season 2, even though season 1 was iffy for me. But because now we finally got Daredevil in the suit. We got Kingpin being evil. I'm sure Bullseye gonna pull back up in season 2. I hope there's more surprises for season 2. I hope they make it bigger. I hope we see more people. Maybe we'll see Elektra. We gotta see more street level superheroes. Um, I think they did the swordsman. I'm like, that was whack. I don't care about that. But we choose. I didn't like the B report either. But this was not a review. This was just me talking about the. I guess it was kind of a review. I might call it, review kind of. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about the finale. Did you like it? Did you hate it? I liked it for what it was. I was disappointed. I thought we were gonna settle the Kingpin stuff and go to a new direction. Like maybe, they do one half. I thought they were gonna do half of season 2 Bullseye, and then maybe they bring back the Hand. But I will say this: if they are going the Shadowland route, they gotta be. There's gonna have to be some street level superheroes that can stop them. They can't talk no jutsu their way out of this. Because as the Beast, he's got some type of enhanced powers. Like, there's gonna have to be some help. Unless they just think White Tiger is gonna be able to, like Ayala gonna take the White Tiger suit and stop him by season 3. No, they're gonna need a whole team of defenders. So, yeah, there's so many characters they can bring, and that they should bring, and that they need to bring, and they just gotta level up. They gotta make this really comic booky, whatever that means. So, Daredevil season 1, Born Again. I'm glad it's back after 8 years. Season 2 comes out March 2026. They filming it right now. Can't wait, man. Appreciate y'all for listening to me, tuning in, and let me know what else y'all thought, or what else y'all want me to make a video on, if y'all got those type of thoughts. Appreciate y'all.